And approval of the agenda?
Looks great.
Moved by Councillor Duffy, seconded by Deputy Cody. And if I can have an adoption of the minutes from April 6th.
Right on.
Okay, moved by, same thing, moved by Councillor Duffy, seconded by
Yeah.
Deputy Cody. Any business arising from the minutes?
No.
Okay, so we'll move right on to reports then, and over to you, Bethany.
Okay. So I have my health and safety report here, as per usual. So our numbers are attached there. You can see that last month we did 51 employee orientations. We had 8 reportable incidents, which is a little high, on size February ago, I guess, but high overall. No lost time for 6 of them, 2 lost times. We had 4 OHS inspection reports. Some kind of interesting things transpired there, and I'll tell you about that in a second. We had 51 WMIS trainings and 11 traffic control trainings. So we had an incident out at the wastewater treatment plant where we have some contractors doing some work, and the contractor unfortunately didn't train his staff, didn't provide proper health and safety orientation for his people. And then he also didn't let our staff know that these new individuals were coming on site. And so we weren't able to provide our health and safety orientation for these individuals. And then there was an incident where one of the contractor staff members thought that they were feeling woozy or something. So they thought that maybe they were exposed to H2S, and essentially they just left. They told one of their colleagues and they just left the site without telling anybody else. So they reported it to OHS, and of course a safety officer came out and performed an inspection. In the long run, there was no issue. There was no health and safety violation, except for the fact that the contractor hadn't performed orientation for his staff, and then we, of course, hadn't performed orientation for them as well. So we served this contractor with a letter letting him know that he had breached his responsibilities under the contract with the city and that we were not pleased with them. And Richard and the superintendent at the wastewater treatment plant, Stephen Stewart, and then our occupational health and safety officer, Letty, of course, met with the gentleman, and they were very apologetic and recognized that things had gone wrong there, from my understanding. So that's how that situation was resolved, and we were lucky that there was no real health and safety risk at the moment. But I guess it was one of those situations that could have been a lot worse. So that's something that has taken some time for Letty to work through. Anyway, any questions? I'm happy to answer those.
Right. Any introduction of new business before we move into closed session? All right. So if I could get a resolution to move into closed section as per section 1191, subsection 6. Moved by Councillor Duffy, seconded by Deputy Cody.
Please stand by, please.